A complete guide to immigrate to Australia by permanent resident visa. In today's video update, we'll discuss the essential things you require to get a PR visa in Australia. The PR visa holders acquire a 5-year travel facility that permits them to freely depart and come to Australia. Many Indians are currently searching to immigrate to Australia due to its hassle-free processes, attainable rules and progressive immigration policies. In June 2019, 660,350 Indian-born individuals lived in Australia, making them the third largest immigrant community in Australia, after China and the United Kingdom. A permanent resident is granted citizenship rights and privileges, including a permit to subsidised or free health and legal services. Let's look at the requirements for an Australian PR visa. If you are applying for an Australian PR visa, you must consider these essential requirements. The first thing you need to have is complete documents. It's essential to have the mandated documents in hand to avoid any trouble. Aside from work, educational, and routine travel documents, you require the following 2 primary documents. IELTS result to check the candidate's expertise in English. A skill assessment result by an assessing officer to check how qualified a candidate is in a specific domain. The second necessary thing the candidate should have is an appropriate visa. It is important to note that there are various PR visas in Australia. Therefore, the candidate must carefully select the one that fits their necessities. Until now, the Australian government presents more than 30 visa categories for Indians. Here are some of the categories. Skill stream visas. It is created for employees with the qualifications, skills, and entrepreneurship required in the Australian economy. Following are its 7 segments. Skilled independent. Business innovation and investment. Employer-sponsored. Distinguished talent. State or territory nominated. Regional. Global talent, independent. Now, let's talk about family and child stream visas. The family stream authorises the permanent migration of close family members of Australian residents, qualified New Zealand citizens, and permanent residents. It delivers eligibility to parents, partners, and other family members such as age-dependent relatives, carers, remaining relatives, and orphan relatives. Under child stream, visas are permitted to children of Australian residents, permanent residents, and eligible New Zealand citizens. The child visa includes 2 categories, which are child and adoption visas. Special eligibility visas. This visa authorises the permanent migration of retired citizens and specific individuals who served in the Australian Defence Force to live in Australia as permanent citizens. Now we'll discuss the skilled occupation list. Once you have chosen a specific PR visa, based on your requirement, you must select an occupation from SOL, Skilled Occupation List. Point-based system. After choosing the occupation, apply straight to Australia's point-based system. For this, you must submit an expression of interest in the Australian Skill Select system online. It is an online system that keeps and maintains candidates' profile details like name, gender, age, language ability, qualification, work experience, etc. According to these aspects, the system creates points, which should be at least of 60 points. The higher the points, the better the chances of receiving an invitation to apply for the PR visa. For the PR visa in Australia, a candidate's personality has to be good and mentally stable to live and work in Australia. Let's look at how an individual can get a PR visa from India. The candidate can apply for a PR visa with the following steps. Keep documents ready. Present the expression of interest. Take a profile assessment. An assessment grid with at least a score of 60 points. Submit the application. At receival of nomination, an ITR invitation is given. Apply and move to Australia. Lastly, let's discuss about the requirements for IELTS. The Australian government believes the IELTS score is very crucial during immigration formalities. It can significantly impact your total score, and therefore, you must hold a good IELTS score. However, If you do not wish to take this exam, you can choose other English language tests like TOEFL, Pearson Test of English, etc. If you do not want to appear for any English ability test, a state nomination is compulsory for your visa approval. We have reached the end of today's video. If this video was helpful, like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more updates. Thanks for watching.